Hello everybody, I'd like to show you how to set up a Cisco router 871 to gain access to the internet. As you can see on the screen, those are our objectives. Delete old configuration and put a new one to gain access to the internet. But first of all, we have to delete old configuration and the old VLAN database if any exist. So what we have to do now, we have to check what's in the flash, and as you can see we've got that VLAN database just there, which we have to delete. So delete all config files and delete VLAN database. And now we have to delete all VLAN database. Next step is just reload the router and start from the scratch. It's a quite long process, so that's why I will pause video and come back when after that, when the router is up and running. Right, okay, so we are back. So router already booted up and is ready to go. So what we would like to do first is change the host name and add a few more commands, so everything will be ready and we can put all the details necessary to gain access to the internet. Okay, so change the host name, and fix the line console, so will be much easier to type in. And you can see this error on the screen. The router is trying to get a config file from the TFTP server, which could be quite annoying, so we can fix that using another command. But unfortunately we have to reboot the router again, so I will pause the video once again, and I think that will be the last time, and after that we can focus on our configuration. So yes, see you in a bit. Okay, so yes, router is ready, so we can start doing our lab. Okay, so what we have to do now is just can show you actually what the type of interfaces we got. Right, you see, as you can see, we already got the IP address on the fast Ethernet 4, which is one interface, and you've got another 4 interfaces from 0 till 3, which are switch interfaces. and you can connect to them any end devices. So I'd like to choose to assign static IP address to the one port and create a VLAN, and we can connect PC or any other devices and gain access to the internet. So first of all, I want to remove that DHCP configuration for the fast Ethernet 4 and put a static IP address and walk you through the whole process so you can see for yourself how to set up the internet connection on this type of small business router. Okay, so so right now we have no configuration whatsoever on that fast Ethernet 4. So right now we need to go into the interface configuration and set up a IP address, static IP address. There is no reason why I choose this. I'm just using this router 871 and router is directly connected to my internet provider, and I choose to use that IP address, but there is no any other reason why you should use any different ones or whatever you like. It's just an example. So now we should be able to ping my service provider router. It's got a IP address. As you can see, we can ping the ping our router. So, but we can't really ping the internet because there is no static or default route. I can show you. That's a Google DNS server, and you can see if you want to try to ping internet, you won't be able to do it. If you type show IP route, if I can type it properly, you can see there is no default route or any other, just connected routes. So you see, this is the interface. Here is local, which is interface, and that's the network we are connected to. So what we have to do, we have to set up a default route so router can ping the internet, and next hop address, which is our gateway. Copy. And now we should be able to ping the internet. There we are. Okay, so we've got that part done. Now we need to, oh god, we need to create our VLAN. We can choose any name, more actually any number. I choose VLAN number 100, and it can give a name like home. Now we can assign address into the VLAN. And we can choose any private address, and instead of using normal mask, or shall we say default mask for that network, I'd like to put different masks to make this lab more interesting. So instead of using default mask 24, I'd like to use a different mask like 27, because it's internal network. We don't need so many IP addresses. I've decided to change that and put a slightly different mask so we can play with it and see how it works. So that would be 65 255 2. 224. Okay, now we can set up a DHCP server for our internal network. And we will exclude few addresses, so you can use static addresses, or you can use DHCP for the rest of it. So we will definitely exclude that VLAN 100 IP address. And we can exclude few more if you really want to. Now we need to assign a pool of addresses. So you can put a name, any name you like. Network, which is 192.168.150 64 255 224. Default router, which is 192.168.150 65. Lease 7 days. DNS server, which is Google DNS server. And So now we should have an IP address for our PC, which is connected to the fast Ethernet 0. Okay. Of course, we need to assign ports into that VLAN. So interface range F0 switch port access VLAN 100 switch port mount access. And even so, we can add extra command which will help to get the internet access much quicker, so switch don't need to go through all the stages, and they call it a spanning tree port fast. And we can even protect our switch if anyone will connect by mistake another switch into that little switch to stop switching loops. So there's another command, spanning tree port fast BPDU guard. And now we should have IP address. There we are. So our PC got already IP address of our DHCP server, but still won't be any internet connection. What we have to do next is set up a NAT and the access list so PC can communicate with the internet. So that's our outside interface. And that's our inside interface. And now we need the access list. Permit IP, our internal network, which is 192.168.115.64. White color mask, which is 31 to any IP address, any destination host. So now we've got a access list. Now we have to apply on the interface, and our external interface is interfaced F4. So what we have to do is IP not inside. Interface fast Ethernet 4, and we have to overload, so it means all inside IP addresses can use the same one external IP address, which is IP address assigned to fast Ethernet 4. And this is it. So now we should be able to ping our PC. And PC should be able to ping the internet. That's it. I think you will find this video informative, and thank you for watching.